At number 3, we got the Houston Rockets, and I am taking Paolo Banchero out of Duke. He is a really good complementary piece to pair alongside Jalen Green, who's going to be a staple for that organization moving forward. I think the two of them can really be quite the offensive duo. Paulo is arguably the most NBA-ready player in this draft. He's extremely skilled. His body is absolutely tremendous and ready to take this next step moving forward, standing about 245 pounds. He's a tremendous athlete. Couple things that I'm a little concerned about him moving forward is his defense. Frankly, he's aloof on that end. There's a lot of times where he just doesn't look like he cares that much. He gets lost, loses his man, gives up a lot of easy buckets. And that is something that I think showed up late in the season for Duke and really kind of hurt them at times down the stretch. So, but again, tremendous player, tremendous talent. I think he's going to be a great piece to pair alongside Jalen Green.
So here's what I've said about Paolo. First time I saw Paolo, he was a freshman in high school. At the time I was at ESPN, we had him as the number 1 freshman in the country. So he was the top freshman in the country then. This year in college basketball, I think you can make the argument in a pretty solid one. He was the best freshman in college basketball this year. So this is a guy who's been in the same class as Chet and Jabari, and who has arguably been the best of the 3 the entire time. You can make that argument. And no one is more perplexed that he's going 3, because this seems like the lock of the draft, than he is. I mean, we talked about the mentality of Chet. I mean, Paolo is a baller. I mean, he loves the game. He loves being in the gym. I think he's got an alpha personality. I agree with you. I think he's got probably the highest floor in the draft. I think it's very unlikely that he's anything but an NBA starter for the next decade. I think you're probably going to see him on a couple of all-star teams. I just wonder if we're going to look back on this, and I wonder if everybody's going to look back on this and say, geez, we overanalyzed that. He's been he had been the best the entire time. He's got the alpha mentality. Yeah. If he could play some small ball 5, I think if he proves he can play some small ball 5, I think his NBA career could be even better than some are projecting. So totally agree with you. He doesn't guard anybody. Jalen Green doesn't guard anybody. That's a concern. But this is an easy pick.